Pero ándale, vamos a seguir con la entrevista. Let's keep going with the interview.
Bueno, Fabián, la comida está lista, estúpido.
Mami, pero espera.
Juan, discúlpame.
Sí.
Discúlpame, Juan.
No,
Discúlpame,
está
es que
bien.
la comida se estaba enfriando ya.
Ok, sí, claro.
Discúlpame,
Ok.
Juan,
Ok.
ok.
Bye.
Gracias, bendiciones, Juan.
Ok. Sí. Fabian! You alright? You good? You want me to call 911? Fabian!
Dime mi gente, this is Fabian Pinedo, your favorite host from OYE Mi Gente, con el único, el vagabundo, Juan Bago. De la mía, ¿cómo estamos hoy día?
Chileando.
Oye,
Thanks for having me humble, bro.
de lo mío, what? Humble for you to be hombre. Yo, mi gente, te lo juro, mamá, yo le vi, I saw this man cuando yo fui un niño, bro, and to have this man on my show, Anthony, yo, I'm my mom, super humble, my brother. Thank you so much for being OYE Mi Gente otra vez, my brother. Pero dime, manito, how you been, bro, during this COVID pandemic? Okay, I know this, pandemic stopped a lot of people from working on certain things, bro. So dime, my brother, what you doing?
Yo, man, I think, it's been a progress because in the beginning, like, I was just scared to try to catch the corona, man. Like, the corona was like cuckoo, you know what I mean? Every corner you go walk around, it's like, is the corona gonna be there? So, but literally, like, yo, during this time, I've been doing a lot of writing. I did a couple of sketches. I had a sketch about being Bago.
There's a perception out there that all Ambones are lazy, that they don't like to work, that they're freeloaders. And yet, all those things are pretty accurate. You must conquer the couch. Make it yours.
And then I finally released a video that I did with Bago and No.
Jeez, man. Bago. We're back. Here we go again with angry by another post. People saying I got folks, believe them or not, the sauce. Group on money for those mad Jews and sticker ones, not tattoos. Not my team, it's an Uber pool, not a MAGA hat that says mango.
But now I'm just focusing on the writing. The podcast is going to come back in September. We just wrapped about 3 weeks ago. But yo, man, just trying to stay sane and staying creative and not going too crazy, man, with this whole corona thing.
Fuck, mi gente, lo viste. My man did not let the pandemic stop him. Todavía está creando, creating, yo, as all true hustler creators do. My brother, what's your mama? I commend you for that, porque,
Thank you, man.
this stopped me from going out, creating, but I found my ways to it, Pero, it's all a challenge, my brother. Todos nosotros tenemos que aprender. We have to learn from the good and the bad, my brother. So, I commend you for still creating, and I cannot to wait for OYE Mi Gente, for LOL, Latinos Out Loud podcast to come again in September, mi gente. Pero, dígalo, my brother. Ok, de lo mío. Entonces, la primera pregunta for OYE Mi Gente, Juan Bago, interview. My brother, entonces, mira, all the people want to know, how did you find yourself to where you are today? How did you get into this creativity, this atmosphere? How did everything start?
Yeah, I think being Dominican and having funny relatives was always a thing. Like, I always wanted to be entertaining my family members. I had a really, I still do. I have a really funny cousin called Elmo Jerry Diaz, who, I had in my first project ever, but like, we always been entertaining our family. And then when I came from Connecticut to move to New York, it was my dream to be an actor. And this was like way back when there wasn't really that many Latinos on television.
Right.
So as time went on and the internet started and, cameras were coming to be more inexpensive to rent, I decided to shoot something. I went to the HBO Latino Film Festival, and I was watching movies that weren't an hour and a half. They were like 30 minutes, and I'm like, yo, hold up. Maybe I could shoot a comedy and put it out there and people could see it. So my first ever project ever, I got with a bunch of friends of mine, and we shot a movie, and that's how I got my name. Like, the story of Juan Bago, which was me, and it was just a dude that was mad lazy and, runs into a woman and he's trying to look for her, he's trying to fix himself up. And so by doing that, I got to meet other filmmakers and other actors and everybody. And that's when I got my foot in the door and I started getting involved in sketches, performing live. I started Room 28. Damn, not 13 years ago, the first version of it. And we performed live. We were shooting sketches. And then from there, I started, my boy had a studio. And Black and Yellow came out.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
And my boy who I met was like, yo, we need to do a parody. We need to do pan con queso.
Oh yeah. ¿A ti te gusta el pan con queso?
Diablo, si con un cafecito. Nos fuimos.
¿Qué vamos a comer? Pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso. Y no hay soufflé. Pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso. Si tú me ves, le colmadas con la mitad ahí. Pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso. Vamos a mangar un cafecito en la esquina ahí. Pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso, pan con queso.
Pan con
And I'm
queso,
like, yo,
yo.
how are we gonna do this?
Jesús del trompe, pan con queso. Ay, mi gente, mucho más, I'm gonna drop it into that. Porque, all-time face for me personally, mi gente, especialmente for a lot of Latinos too, first seeing a true Hispano parody a una canción, amazing, my brother. But,
Yeah, man.
Oh man, great times.
That to me was crazy because by that time I already been doing stuff for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I did my film. I was performing.
Uh-huh.
I had like a viral local commercial that was like big in the Bronx, whatever. And then when I did pan con queso, yo, dude, I can't rap for shit, right?
Yeah.
My boy can't sing for nothing.
Word.
Because we were just like, yo, let's just be in the video, right? We put the video out. Like, we shot it, recorded it, and everything. We put the video out, and the Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl. And the video came out at the same time. And the shit was bananas. That shit went, like, viral. It got, like, 500,000 views in, like, 4 or 5 days.
Woo.
Then, we contacted Mundos, MTV3, Music Choice, and they're like, yo, we'll put it on rotation. So they put that shit on TV.
Wow, man.
And so we didn't know, like, we were like, yo. And the funny thing was, Billboard magazine online wrote an article. They didn't even interview us. They were like, these 2 Dominican rappers from Washington Heights come up with a parody.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, what? So that was like, forget it. So, and it's crazy because I'm like, here I am busting my ass for like 5-6 years, do whatever. And the first time, go viral and like people like know my name, is me lip syncing to something that I was like, we did overnight.
Word.
And then from there, we did other videos, and then I brought back my comedy troupe, been filming the sketches, and I just think that it's just been a thing where I feel like, again, it's a thing that my spirit is always like, yo, it doesn't exist, let's create it. That's how I did it. Because we're seeing it now. Like, Hollywood now is like, oh, we need more Latinos. We know now, because it's getting called out. But back then, I was frustrated, man. I was like, come on, man, we as funny. I got cousins funnier than what I'm seeing on TV.
What's in my mind?
You know what I'm saying? So, I thought, like, that's always why I've been always on the independent tip, because I feel like our peoples need to be entertained and they can relate to it. I've always stuck with, I did Puerto Ricans versus Dominicans like 5 years ago.
First off, Puerto Ricans are better dancers.
Word? You ever seen Dominicans dance bachata?
You thought about bringing a girl with you? You think I could borrow your girl?
Alright.
Yeah, what else you Dominicans got? Besides super tight skinny jeans.
Jenkins!
Yo, let me borrow your jeans real quick. I actually saw these on, so when you give me some scissors, I could cut them off and pass it to you.
What's up with you Puerto Ricans wearing your keys? They're like, y'all supers. Yo, I'm locked out. Can you get me in? Got him!
De lo mío, let me decirte, mi gente, that is one of the greatest sketches on Flama en el mundo. Yo, I don't know if you know, bro, but that caught my first really attention como wow, like, el pano está moviendo over 1 million views en cuanto día, like you said, more than Paco Queso llegó. I feel like that was the true start to where Hispanos, where even los gringos, la gente de, you know, my blacks, my Asians, de donde sea, anybody could watch it and they enjoyed it, my brother. So yo, man. Applause to you y los retos that were part of the skip up, because I feel like that was the true start in donde nosotros podemos, where we could be heard, seen, and known.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, the crazy shit was people were hitting me up, like, yo, people in Hollywood, like celebrities were watching that video. That shit got like, the video player from Univision had like literally like it was even before it got on Facebook. It was like 2 million. Like my boy hit me up and said, yo, this shit's got like 2 million over the weekend. I'm like, wait, what? And then they put it on Facebook and it was like hitting 1 million like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And like that shit was like, that shit went, cause the thing was that shit went on World Star. That shit was like being featured like in different articles. And the thing about it is, for me, I always had to be somebody to be like, yo, this is what rice and beans is. This is what my culture's about. So that translated when I had to do comedy. So the secret sauce, because I had white people coming to me like, I love that Puerto Rican versus Dominicans. The secret sauce is that for so many years, I had to have a way to sort of explain the culture that when I had to do a sketch, I already had that muscle memory of knowing how to do a video that you didn't have to be Dominican or Puerto Rican and be like, a crash course, I get it. And that sort of helped me in creativity wise, where it's like, I give you enough that you know is Dominican. Because, yo, I got criticized by some Dominicans, but like, loco, that shit is not 100. I'm like, yo, but we have to do it enough so that the masses can take it in and really appreciate both of our races, you know?
Exactly, my brother. Yo, not for nothing, bro, but watching you know, really, like I said, do that for the first time compared to anybody else doing it, you know, not only inspired me, but yo, the masses, oye, I bet you when you first dropped that, tú no viste ni cuántos otros Latino creators that really started showing out, you know, coming with their own creativity, porque, you know, like the saying goes, you know, it all starts with one, and what's my mother on me, applause and praise to you, porque you were the one to really bring this out here para nosotros, para Latinos, you know, around the world, but especially in America, man, los Estados Unidos. So yeah, my brother, what's my mind? P.O. is doing mi gente, lo tienen que chequear. Lo hemos prendido fuego, Juan Bago, este tipo que está aquí. And nada lo mío, para la próxima pregunta, to the next question, my brother, what would you say to someone who plans on following in your footsteps, plans to doing their own thing? What would you say to them?
Well, for me, I'm wired in that I like to be ahead in whatever it is. So like the COVID-19 right now, right, is forcing us to think different, you know? People were like, okay, well, you gotta do stuff in the studio, you gotta do this, now you have Zoom. Okay, how do you maximize Zoom? You know, so for me, my advice is do your homework. Study it. It's all there. It's all there. Like if you want to see all the video, just Google it. It's all there. Study the game. Study it. Find what you feel you really truly enjoy doing, that you can get through the tough times of the struggle. But put a twist on it and do something that hasn't been done or just started to get done, because by the time things are going, you're still ahead. Like you always want to be one step ahead. Always one step ahead. So my advice is that study the game, understand it, Yo, dude, like, you know, when this all started, like the internet and social media, it was unknown. It's a formula to it now, you know? Understand your audience, understand what your art can live, you know? Some things could be Instagram, but some things could be YouTube, some things could be Facebook, something could be Twitter, TikTok, whatever. Just really understand the business, study the business, combine that what you truly love, and then say, all right, how can I be ahead of everybody else? Like, what can I offer that's different from everybody else? Because if you're doing it where everybody else is doing, then it's too noisy right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And those are the way I think. I'm like, how can you change the game? How can you flip it? When we did Pan con Queso, Dominican Heights, and Viva Peru, we would be in our mundos, and it's like Weird Al Yankovic was the only one insane that this parody that was on television. We changed the game, so it's always trying to figure out like how do you flip the game? How do you change the game? How do you go ahead? Because people remember that. That's when you inspire others. Be like, yo, that shit is dope, and then you inspire everybody else, and that's how you change the game. Then that's the trend. All right, let me copy the trend. Se quema, loco. Like it gets too quick. You want to be ahead. Mm-hmm. So my advice is that.
Courtney, my brother, yo, you're speaking straight French, Wow, man. Oye, let me just say, mi gente, ustedes tienen que checar al único, el original, Juan el Vagabundo Bago. I just put my own little fling to it, so that's not the name, but Juan Bago is the true name. But mi gente, what's my mind?
It's better than when white people say when they first heard my name, like, wow, Juan Bagel, really? What flavor?
No!
Bago.
Te faltando el respeto así. Oh my God, Jesús.
I was like, no, it's not a bagel. It's Bago.
Ay, eso te están pasando, pero de lo mío, a mamá, thank you so much again for being Oye Mi Gente. I swear, bro, whether you believe it or not, this is a real dream come true, porque de niño, manito, having you on my own show.
First of many, man.
I really look forward to the next money de lo mío. What's in my mind? Ay, Jesús. Bueno, mi gente, ya tú saben, I'm so grateful to all of you who are watching. Grateful to el único Juan Bago también de lo mío. Thank you so much for mi gente watching Oye Mi Gente. And ya tú sabes, this is Fabian Pinedo y
Juan Bago.
Nos fuimos.